believe that webinars times passed together with COVID, but actually I see that it is not. We're very surprised to gather so many people interested in this webinar. So actually we had almost 100 people registered from different regions of the world. So with our statistics, normally half of people join, so we already have almost half. So we will start in a while. By the way, if you have a minute, please write to the chat which city and country are you from, so that we can see our audience. At least what I can see, there are people here from Turkey, of course, from Ukraine, from Romania, UK as well,
And
Hungary.
from Algeria also.
Oh,
Good
Algeria.
morning, all.
I also see here, I think it's Greece as well. I think, what else? Spain, Bulgaria, probably Serbia or Bosnia. So let me share my screen. We will start. So do you see the screen? Normally, recently we start from that each meeting because sometimes you can talk for half an hour and then you find out you don't show anything. So okay, today we will speak about one of our key products, biological product Liposam. It's quite unique for the industry because you can find a lot of producers of biologicals. Still, we are quite strong one in India, and we have what to differentiate with. But Liposam is a quite unique one because it's not a bacterial product. It's a product based on kind of metabolites or exudates or to be more correct, polysaccharides produced by bacteria, which we use as adjuvant to different means. So for those who don't know us, let me remind you just in a few slides who we are. So we are a BTU Biotech group of companies. We are more than 500 people with factory in East Europe, in Ukraine. We specialize on wide application of biologicals. So we cover with them more than 4 million hectares. And from that, I think that up to a half could be with Liposam because it's quite widely applied already. In general, we have more than 60 products and we do thousands of trials to prove each claim which we put to the product. And I'm so happy that for Liposam we have data even more than claims. You will see that there are some even secondary actions of this quite unique organic adjuvant, which we don't put on the label, but still it could be quite important for the users. So some other words about us. So we are the biggest producer in Ukraine, but probably in East Europe as well. We also refer to 25 largest producers, 25% largest producers of biologicals in the world. We are also part of IBMA, and just last week we returned from ABIM in Switzerland. And by the way, 3 years ago, I also represented Liposam on ABIM. In general, company is already 26 years old. It's owned by Bolchowski family, so it's a family company. Also with office in Germany already for 6 years. And for our research purposes, we collaborate with a lot of research institutions. So at the moment, we export nearly to more than 20 countries, mainly it's Europe, but we also start some projects in Latin America, like in Ecuador, Colombia, like in Peru. We are very happy to have progress there. Also in North Africa, in Egypt, in Algeria, and in Middle East countries. And we have some interest in Liposam actually in Asia as well. One of our colleagues who will have today a presentation is now somewhere in Middle Asia, like Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, because these areas are also quite perspective for biologicals introduction. So in general, we have more than 15 biologicals represented in Europe. including Liposam, which is also FIBL certified for organic agriculture. So for those who didn't visit our factory, this is how it looks like. We work with some traditional fermenting technology, but also with dry formulations. And for your understanding, we work with fermenters up to 60 cubic meters. So we really work in big scale, which give us also economy of scale and opportunity to be competitive for arable crops. So for some products, we have some special temperature control conditions, but liposome is not among them. It can be stored in normal conditions. So we use quite modern bottling lines from Italy, and in general, we operate with hundreds of strains from our museum of strains. So you can find some of you here on the photos, because here, for example, this year we hold a meeting of international partners in Poland and Slovakia. So we are always happy to gather our partners offline. Here is our office in Germany. I think next year we will opportunity to gather our partners there again. And this is our office in Ukraine near Kiev, which are we finishing soon, and part of our team from Ukraine. We are quite active in the industry. Again, a lot of you we have seen a week ago on ABIM. Months ago was Eurosoil, and our plant physiologist Yaroslava, who will be among our experts today as well, was there. A few months ago, we have seen you on DLG Feldtage in Germany, or similar events we are participating. Also, we are quite active in the industry on events like World Biostimulants Congress, where we will go in a few weeks. Bio AgTech Congress, which will be next year in Valencia, and new AG conferences as well. And again, we are very happy to gather so many partners today on this webinar. And just to remind you, we try to be your best supplier. And not only, I mean, with most of our partners, we are good friends as well, because for us, relations and long-term partnerships are crucial. But normally we start like from selecting the product. So today we speak about Liposam. We already passed the first step. Then we do tests, because always local data is crucial. We do registration, patenting, education, certification, trials. We help you to see that product works in your conditions, and our team of agricultural support is always available to help you with questions. And of course, our marketing team is also ready to help you. And we'll also have some slides from them. And we always are happy to gather our partners together to exchange experience. And today we also encourage you to, when you will have what to add, to contribute to our webinar. So let's speak about our today's star, Liposam. So again, Liposam is produced by bacteria. It's based on biopolymers, polysaccharides. It's registered in most cases as adjuvant, but in fact, it's more an adhesive agent or a sticking agent. So from this comes his properties. So first of all, it fixes products on the planting material, I mean, or like plant material, actually plant surfaces, or also in soil. It forms a protective grid. Actually, what is different from some of adjuvants, like for example, oils. Liposam does not harm natural processes of plants, like transpiration or breathing, because it's like a kind of a net, not a film. Then also it helps efficacy of soil herbicides, and my colleague will show today's examples of this. It can operate in wide range of temperatures, and also what is interesting, recent 5 years we find out it's one of the best solutions from our portfolio to increase drought tolerance of plants. And of course, it also improves rainfastness of the solutions, which is also actual in case of some irrigation systems, etc. So it helps to preserve what you apply on the surface where it is needed. So how we apply it, and actually one of the secondary action is promotion of fruit cracking, like for grapes or for cherries. We will also speak about that. So in general, maybe just yesterday we spoke with our partner in Slovakia that maybe up to 60% of what they sell or use Liposam is application together with all herbicides. More or less the same. His story is about application in Ukraine, but big perspective is for foliar application of the product, and as well as cracking control. Just again, a month ago we were in Egypt and Jordan, and there we discussed some possibilities for palms, for example, to prevent cracking of fruit as well. So what is important to know about liposome? Again, it's in most cases it's registered as adjuvant, but actually it's not adjuvant. It's a sticking agent. So when we do this kind of test, okay, we see some kind of improvement in comparison to water. It is not like total, what to call it? It does not remove surface tension at all. It just reduce it. So when you compare it, for example, to silicone, maybe silicone can have better results in terms of spreading. But again, we have a sticker, not a spreader, first of all. Then coming to sticking properties. Again, we try to prove each claim by data. So we say it improves rain fastness. So then we go to our scientists and ask them, okay, help us to visualize that. So what they did, they do take some indicative active substance. In this case, it was phosphorus. And they prepare a water solution and water solution together with liposam. And they treat different plants like tobacco, sunflower, corn, cabbage, apple. And after 30 or 60 minutes after this application, they make a model of kind of moderate rain. So what they find out that when a liposam was applied, they could preserve from 50 to 100%, sometimes even more, active substance on the surface in comparison to water. So what it means when you are in an equatorial zone, for example, when you have a lot of rain, and when you have, I don't know, on bananas, 50 applications per season, when you apply liposam, you can preserve what you treat on the surface, and you need maybe less applications. And or as I mentioned, when you have some kind of watering systems, which is like in the greenhouse, like goes on the top of the flowers, you also, after application of some insecticides or fungicides, together with liposam, you can preserve it on the leaves. So then we didn't stop on that. We say, okay, there are some figures, but we want to see how it looks like. So they take fluorescent paint and also do some tests, especially on some plants which are difficult to treat with normal water solutions, like cabbage. So on cabbage, it's especially visual how liposam in actually traditional dosage for application foliarly helps to keep the solutions on the leaves. And similarly, we also visualize how it can preserve active substance on the leaves after the rain. And this top part is about application with herbicides. So idea here was that chemical adjuvant, for example, silicone, it reduce water surface tension and um, which means which makes water more easily pass through the soil as well. So again, when we use traditional chemical adjuvants, there is a risk that we can even increase leaching effect. Like soil can lose more organic matter, and also there is a risk for herbicide leaching when we use just adjuvants which reduce surface tension. So when we use liposam, the opposite, we can keep water in active layer of the soil, and even in case of some rain, we can keep herbicide where it should be. So again, we always like a lot of visualization of product efficacy. So we find some method actually inspired in some with our Argentinian partner. We took water sensitive paper and we treat it with normal water with sprayer and with water solution together with liposam. So what we find out that the list indeed was better covered after 1 click or 5 clicks experiments. Again, it's quite difficult test, how to say, to do it very correctly because you need to kind of make similar conditions and similar pressure and similar everything. And sometimes there are some problems with it, but still it's quite interesting method to visualize liposam work. So again, a few months ago, I was in Peru And our partners also tried this test, but something went wrong, and they also tried Liposam as adjuvant. Compared to adjuvant, they say, okay, it's not so good as adjuvant. But then we discussed that, okay, Liposam is not adjuvant, it's a sticker, so let's find some method which will be good to prove product sticking properties. And they develop methods themselves. So they take some kind of surface, they used water, alcohol adjuvant, and in comparison to Liposam, treat the surface, and then they take a sprayer and during like 2 minutes just try to wash it from the surface. And as you can see in the end of the test, Liposam solution remained and water and adjuvant was washed. So this test also visualized quite well effect of sticking effect of Liposam. Just a moment, I want to check if you hear me well, because maybe if you don't, I need to.
Yes, we do. We hear you very well.
Great, great, because I was nervous. So then I can continue. Actually, Yaroslava, who helped me with this, don't like this slide, but uh, I want to explain you this one. So 3 years ago, as I mentioned, we participated on ABIN with introduction of Liposam, and idea was to show they have a special category that year for products which improve uptake of biocontrol agents. So we tried to visualize this effect of Liposam. So what we did, we take corn plants, we treat them with Bacillus subtilis, which is a biofungicide, and with Bacillus subtilis together with a Liposam solution. After that, we make a model of rain. So we actually try to wash what we have treated on the plants with water. And after this, we infected these plants with fusarium. So what we wanted to show that plants we can preserve with Liposam Bacillus subtilis on the surface, and Bacillus subtilis can improve plant resistance to fusarium and help it to grow despite the infection. So what we find out that really plants treated both with Bacillus subtilis and with Liposam were preserved better. And we actually tried also to make a kind of time lapse of this process, which also show like how plants develop. And so, but still, we believe how to say, we will continue such kind of tests. Besides that, we have some feedbacks from the market about use of the products, especially for bioinsecticides. So recently, maybe during summer, we were contacted from one of our competitor from the market, some international company who work with metarhizium product in greenhouses. So they were looking for some kind of synergies to improve efficacy of this product. They use it foliarly in greenhouses for some specific pests like whiteflies, etc. But the problem is, again, for metarhizium and Bavaria, you need durable and qualitative contact of metarhizium or Bavaria with your pest to have a good effect. So when you just apply metarhizium, it can again touch but not stick to pest. When you use it together with Liposam, you can really improve efficacy of such perspective products. So we also continue this test with our products too. Second test was about Bacillus thuringiensis. Let me check if we have our partner from Germany here, AgroSolution. Maybe my colleagues can help me to check it quickly. But I will say from them. So they say they work with Bacillus thuringiensis product, also a competitive one. And from their words, they succeed to reduce application rate up to 50% without loss of efficacy. So again, we are quite careful recommending a reduction of the dosages, but in some cases it really works. Maybe we are normally recommend maybe 20, 30%, not 50, but still it's their experience, so I share it with you. Last not the least from my side, example, we test Liposam not only with bacterial agents, but also with fungal. Here we treated plant surfaces with trichoderma and also make a model of rain. So after this, we calculate amount of trichoderma which remains on the leaves. It was even visible in some cases. So really, we can preserve fungal agents on the surface, and this could prolong and improve efficacy of these agents. So on this, I would like to give a word to my colleague Yaroslava, who I already mentioned, and I'm quite eager to hear your slides. 1 second, I remove my this. Yaroslava, would you mind if I show your slides, or it's okay for you?
No, yeah. I just wanted to ask you to continue in this way because I think it is the most convenient way to go on.
Good.
So, good afternoon, everyone. It's so nice to see some familiar faces, familiar nicknames for those who are not familiar with me. I am Yaroslava Bukhwanska. I'm plant physiologist at BTU, and today I'm going to tell you some biological points about bacterial polysaccharides and liposome in particular, so you get a better understanding how this product works. So, from biological point of view, exopolysaccharides are pretty normal metabolites of bacteria. Here you can see a visualization of bacteria structure, which shows us where exopolysaccharides are located. So if you take a look, you can see that each bacterium has a cell wall which is made of different biological polymers and other compounds. And exopolysaccharides, this part of this word exo means that they are placed somewhere outwards, so they form an outer layer. So what are basically exopolysaccharides? They are large molecules, they're polymers, which are made of hundreds and hundreds of smaller molecules of simple sugars like glucose and other simple sugars to form huge polymers. And these polymers have pretty unique functions. For example, they have pretty nice water holding capacity and very good adhesive properties. So actually, bacteria synthesize these molecules for their own needs. For example, they need to form biofilms to cooperate with each other and to form a sticky layer on any surface in nature, either on rock, on wood, you name it, whatever. So they are using for their own biological functions. And in our liposome, which is 100% biologically based, we are using these polymers synthesized by bacteria to make this product. And we are using these functions for our own benefits. As Dmitro has mentioned, they have an ability to form a thin hydrophobic net, film net, like it's more net than film, to reduce water loss from plant surface. And I will tell you a few more words how it works to activate plant drought resistance and resistance to other abiotic stress. Next slide, please. Let's dive a little bit deeper into biology, literally deeper. Let's take a look at a level of electronic microscopy. Here you can see a few photos of how bacteria Penibacillus polymixa look like. Actually, a lot of bacteria species are able to produce mucus or polysaccharides, but Penibacillus polymixa is known as a bacteria which has one of the best exopolysaccharide synthetic activity. But even it has a very big synthetic potential. Different strains of this bacteria have different abilities to synthesize these polymers. So you can see from the left to the right different strains of this bacteria, which are different by which extent of polysaccharide synthesis. So you can see, for example, wild type with letter A, and if you take a look at letter B, you can see much more polysaccharides, much more mucus around cells. So this strain is hyper producer. What is the function of these polymers to plants? Actually, bacteria use them as signal molecules to communicate with plants because these bacteria have evolved together with plants for millions of years of co-evolution, and they evolved different mechanisms to communicate with each others. So, in a nutshell, how it works. In nature, typically bacteria produce these polysaccharides to a higher extent when they are experiencing stress conditions, for example, drought. And they are producing polysaccharides to store water and to prevent them from drying. And in the process of their communication, plants acquired an ability to recognize these bacterial polysaccharides as a signal that drought or something else quite bad is approaching, and that plants should activate their own anti-stress mechanisms to overcome some potential stress events in their life. And you can see that also bacterial polysaccharides and some bacterial metabolites are able to stimulate plant root growth. And if you take a look at the lower part of these photos, you can see pictures of wheat root systems, and those which interact with some different strains of Penibacillus polymyx as they develop better, more dense root hairs and better root system. Here is how plant growth promoting rhizobacteria actually work, and here is how we can see the results of their work. And this is what we're using in our product. So our product is based on polysaccharides which are produced by Penibacillus polymyx. Next slide, please. As I previously mentioned, that polysaccharides are able to transmit a signal to activate plants' stress resistance. We carried out some test laboratory trials to actually check how it works. So what we did, we planted some corn plants, germinated them, and we had two treatment options. One was control one, which was treated polarly only with water, and the second trial one was treated with Liposam solution. And after that, plants were deprived from watering. So watering was stopped for 6 days, and here we can see severe wilting. So we were waiting for plants to suffer severely, really severely. And at the point of really severe water stress, we resumed watering. And as you can see, plants which were treated with Liposam demonstrate a much more higher recovery potential compared to plants which were treated only with water. And we can assume that it's happening because of after we treat plants with Liposam solution, before water stress, plants have some time to accumulate some osmotically active substances like proline, like some sugars, which are able to store water in plant tissues, and they actually allow plants to restore their growth and metabolic processes after a stress event. Next slide, please. Another trial with another crop. We did pretty same with sunflower. Here, what we did, actually, the idea of this experiment was the same: to treat control group with water and to treat trial group with liposam. But we found out that sunflower plants are more drought resistant on their own. So we had to repeat stress event twice during the trial. And here we can see pretty identical results, that plants which were treated with liposam before stress, they have much better recovery potential just after watering resumption. And in field conditions, it will give plants very nice competitive advantage under stress conditions, because we all know that field cultivation is something which is always connected with different stresses. Next slide, please. And of course, not only lab trials, but also field trials. Here are the results of a huge field trial which was carried out for 3 years in Ukraine with two crops, with sunflower and with corn. Here we used not only liposam but also our another product, AzotoHelp. I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with this one. And here you can see average results after 3 years of experiment. And you can see a pretty nice results in terms of yield increase for both corn and sunflower. But what was also interesting to us, we were interested in more intrinsic mode of action, how it works at physiological level in plants. So next slide, please. So what we did, we added some physiological and molecular biology studies. First of all, we measured relative water content, or RWC, in leaves of corn plants. Here you can also see some our other products, including organic balance and a mixture of our three products. And here you can see that plants which were previously treated with biologicals, they exhibit much higher relative water content in their leaves. It means that they have higher resistance to water stress, and they have an improved ability to sustain their metabolic processes under stressful conditions. To get even better understanding of what was going on in these plant organisms, we also analyzed relative gene expression. So for those of you who are not familiar with this method, just a few words about it, how it works. So we selected three genes. You can see them as, for example, ZM-NHL1 and two other. We selected them based on data from other researchers. They identify that these three genes are expressed. It means that these genes are actively working during drought stress in corn plants. So these genes are so-called marker genes. It means that they are associated with some types of stress. So we decided to analyze their expression or degree of their activity in plant tissues. And it is a relative characteristic. So we took control characteristic as one and compared all our trial variants to control. So here we can see that all plants which were treated with biologicals, they show us that the level of expression of these genes. I'm sorry, who is who is painting the slide. Please don't do it.
I will
Yes.
try to.
If you have, should you have some questions, feel free to ask them, but don't decorate our slides, please. Um, Yeah, so what I wanted to tell you is that plants treated with biologicals, they show lower level of this marker genes expression. That means that under same stressful conditions, control plants are stressed at higher levels than treated plants. And it means that under same stressful environmental conditions, plants which were treated with biologicals before stress event, they have a better ability to continue their metabolic processes, and that's why we, as a result, see higher yields and better biomass accumulation, because we are all interested in yield, obviously, not in genes work. But for us, it was very interesting to see actually how it works, what like scientific markers can be found in such plants. Next slide, please. And as we are already talking about different mechanisms of how biopolysaccharides work in plants to increase their resistance, a few more words about mechanism of it. So what happens in plants under any stress event, be it drought, heat stress, low temperature stress, whatever, all plants react to this stress event with oxidative burst. So reactive oxygen species, active radicals, are formed inside cells. Normally they act like messengers, so like messenger molecules, which role is to transmit information across plant organism. But during stress, they are accumulated in high quantities and they become harmful to plants. They damage all biomolecules, including proteins, DNA, RNA, lipids. So they're very harmful. They destroy everything on their way, and plants have to cope with this oxidative stress. Otherwise, it becomes a severe stress for already stressed plant. So here you can see some active radicals, for example, superoxide or hydrogen peroxide. And what plants have developed to cope with them is called antioxidant system. I think you all heard about different antioxidants. These are molecules which are able to react with these free radicals and to neutralize them, to make them not harmful. Uh, Besides antioxidants, plants also have different enzymes, including superoxide dismutase, catalase, peroxidase. So what these enzymes do, they stop negative action. They also neutralize these harmful compounds and they make them safe. So what biological products, including liposam based on exopolysaccharides of bacterial origin do, they increase the activity of antioxidant system in plant, including the activity of antioxidant enzymes and antioxidant compound accumulation in tissues. So what happens when you treat plants before stress? When I say before stress, I mean 2 to 3 days before it starts, so plants have enough time to rebuild their metabolism and to accumulate compounds they need, to accumulate enzymes and antioxidants and other molecules they need to cope with stress event. So it actually happens when we treat plants with liposam. We increase the activity of these enzymes and plant is more prepared. So when stress happens, plant is nice. I already have some measures to cope with it, and that's why these plants they show a better ability to sustain negative events. Next slide, please.
Okay, just want to add, I'm very happy that
Mhm.
Yaroslava helped us with explanation of this part because it's quite difficult for ordinary
Yeah, I know.
person to go
Yeah,
that
I
deep.
know it's very tricky. Yeah, it's very complicated. For the, of course, I have a background in biology, and for me, it's like very understandable. But I see that it may be very challenging for people without biological background.
Yeah, but you
So, if you
know,
have some questions about this one, feel free to ask.
very often when we are on some meetings and with you, with partners, with farmers, normally we don't go more than some practical cases, but sometimes some very often with serious partners, we got question, okay, but how that works? And then is Yaroslava turn.
Yeah, and
Okay, so
here I can see many very serious partners. So here we go with very deep biological mechanisms. So that's it from me, I think.
yeah, yeah.
So if you have any so we are going to have Q&A session in the end of our talk.
I think yes, but if anybody has some questions, please write them to the chat or hold your hand so that we know you have a question and we can make a post for you. So today we are kind of flexible.
Yeah.
But while we are
I really
thinking,
recommend writing it down, yeah, because it may be quite difficult to keep it in mind, especially after my colleagues will share their data with you. So yeah, you better write it down.
okay, thank you, Yaroslav.
Yeah,
So,
thank
but
you. Thank you
continuing
everyone for attention.
continuing your topic about drought and liposome and drought, we have a partner in France who is testing liposome already for 3 years. And he shared with us these pictures last year on ABIM actually, because again, for us, improvement of drought tolerance by liposome is a kind of secondary effect. First of all, again, we improve uh, quality of treatments to improve efficacy of what we applied with, like insecticides, fungicides, or other things. But really, we see that with climate change, and especially in some regions where we start work, like in Algeria or Egypt or some United Arab Emirates, etc., it could be quite crucial. So this example was when you can see the amount of water during from May to July was quite low, at least for France. And they treated, as I remember, it was sunflower with liposome foliarly with a bit increased dosages. It was like 1 liter per hectare. And what they got, it was like even visually because the rows were closed. When in control, it was like you could see the soil. Here you couldn't. And in the end, they got quite good increase of the yield. Again, coming back, liposome is just a kind of super adjuvant adhesive, but you can have such effects as well. Then another study from Ivory Coast, from Africa. Here also the intention of the study was different. We actually studied our biofertilizers to substitute some amount of NPK, but then our partner also tried, they take a standard scheme and they applied it together with liposome. So they add liposome to insecticides application, and what they find out, they increase yield quite significantly, also up to 10% on this variant. So we believe it's also can be because of better insecticide efficacy, but also because of improvement of the drought tolerance. So now, Sergey, are you with us? Can you join us?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you well.
Yeah, perfect. So, I hope that most of you know me, but still I will present myself. My name is Serhiy Drab, and I am responsible for horticulture at BTU. My section will be dedicated to horticulture crops for grapes and vegetables, and we will pay more attention, uh, let's say, let's split it. We will talk about two actions of Liposam against cracking and general using with every kind of insecticides and fungicide. So for this case, you see two photos. So first of all, you see grapes with cracking. We position Liposam as a product which help us to prevent these crackings. And in this case, we use a little bit higher dosage of Liposam. It's 0.4%. And we saw good results in this case. Second, what I will talk about, it's like general application. In this case, we use standard dosage of Liposam. It's 0.2%. And this application with fungicide, insecticides, or even herbicide will help to stick your active ingredients on the leaves and make better tension of whole tank mixture. Yeah, we can go next. Here you can see it's the trial on cherries, which was done in Ukraine. In Ukraine, we had the biggest region with cherries. So here you can see that we have control and another two variants with Liposam. We were working on different dosages to see the difference in efficacy. In general, you can see that there are two varieties. And if we compare control part with Liposam with 0.4%, it's 4 liters per hectare, you can see that the control part is 18.5% of correct fruits, but with Liposam is 8.7. That means that the product efficacy of Liposam is very high, and maybe who dedicated with horticulture crops or even cherries, that 18.5% of cracking fruits, it's totally disaster because it's a big amount. Of course, we also add another product with Liposam, and this product prevent against droughts and another fungi. We can go next. This is the very good trial. It's a fresh data from 2025 year. We just received, I think, 1.5 months ago, the results. So they are totally fresh. No one saw it, just we and you. So that was made in Germany, accredited research trial station. So the result is quite good. We have, as you see, we have 3 variants. So we use standard scheme of trial station with 100% of chemical appliance. Then we reduce on 25% using of pesticides. And the third is reducing of pesticides with our Liposam. I need to mention that standard chemical appliance was totally based on BASF products, because in Germany, this product acquired they use it a lot in vineyards. So you can see the red numbers that shows that reducing chemical standard with Liposam shows very good results in which we saw the bricks is higher than on control part. Of course, the average of bunches and amount of bunches is higher. Personally, I saw this trial when they take data. We really saw that there was no cracking. The fruits and berries were in good condition, no fungi. So in this case, we position Liposam as anti-cracking product. Also, we will share with our partners results on cherries from 2025 years, but a little bit later. We are waiting for data from Croatia. We will also share with you such experience with Liposam. We can go next. Now we are, let's say, finished with berries and fruits, we will go a little bit with vegetables. On these pictures, two pictures, you can see the leaves of cucumbers, and you can see the difference between these leaves. As you know, on each leaves we have wax surface, which don't help us to stick active ingredients on leaves. That's why we use adhesive like Liposam, and we can see quite big difference because on the left part you see that there is just water, and you see that the drops just washed out from the leaves, and you will not receive any effect of your fungicides or insecticides. The right part shows that the tension of drops are quite good and the leaves are totally covered with products. That's the main differences, and visually you can see this, and when you try it in your farms or orchards, you will see such difference as we show you. The last one. Here we also want to share with you how Liposam with another products looks on another leaves, different leaves. You can see here even pea, onion, cabbage, and weeds. Even with cabbage, we have, I think on cabbage, we have the biggest wax surface among all plants, and you need to be very careful with applying products on cabbage. If you will not use adhesive, you will lose your money on using pesticides. What's dedicated to weeds, you see also a picture with weeds. When you give Liposam with herbicides, that also means that herbicide will be sticked on your leaf surface, and the efficacy of herbicides will be much more better because we need herbicide to totally destroy the plants, and this can be done mostly by leaves. Also, maybe someone grow onions. Please pay attention on onions because the structure of leaves is quite complicated. It's long, it's hard to stick anything on it, but with this adhesive, we have also perfect results. So I think from my side, that's all. It was very short, but very informative. If you will have some questions, you can write in our chat. We will come back with answers.
Hey, I have one.
Yes.
Actually, I believe Liposam is quite popular in orchards and horticulture, according to your experience as well. Are there any limitations where you shouldn't use Liposam with in orchards?
I think we don't have limitations because we can use it in every sprayings. And as we know in orchards, there are a lot of sprayings, more than 20 or 25. We don't have any limitations because this product based on polysaccharides and no limitations to use
Actually,
this.
more or less 5 years ago, I had one kind of request from Georgia. At the time, our partner was applying Liposam in grapes together with copper. And from that, we find out that sometimes with some copper formulations that it's quite aggressive with anything, including adjuvants. There could be some challenges with tank mixes. So that was my experience. But in other sites, really, we almost don't get any complications, and the effect of Liposam is really quite visual. So when people use it at home on the trees or on vegetables, they see the difference and they understand why they need it.
Just a small recommendation. If you are someone not sure about mixing, you can make like firstly small mix with small amounts with products, Liposam or in other products. See, is there any flakes or another not compatible parts? So, and then you can feel free to use it.
Okay, thank you, Sergey, for
Thank you.
the answer as well. Anya Poharila, are you with us?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, so we would like to ask also Anya to share her experience. Anya is leading our home and garden direction. This is a little bit different from a professional segment, but here again, it's even more important for product to work well, because if people find something wrong, they react immediately. So Anya, what is your experience with Liposam?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. So we would like to share you our experience in the home and garden direction. Today we are showing you a lot of trials, and all data is proved, confirmed, and you see the efficiency of this product in quality and quantity. So we make these products available for small gardeners. And as you know, our partner are free to choose what products they will sell. So Liposam, it's a unique product that everyone have in their portfolio. So it's like an example. You see that Liposam like to travel. They travel across mostly all Europe, Asia, and some maybe and once in South America. And we are proud of this product. So please next slide.
If we go to next slide, I want to make a small joke. You see, Liposam is everywhere is me, even now. So I can forget the shampoo in my business trip, but Liposam is with me. So whenever you meet me, you can ask me for a sample. Please continue.
So this product is unique because have unique composition, and it's an excellent product for every gardeners. Today, it's like another confirmation of efficiency of our products. It's the number of the funds that it have. So our customers started with the questions to work with this product, but now they are opening new possibilities for our product, even that we never even imagined. So it's like example, some new effect of the Liposam that noticed our customers. I think what it can be if you treat the Liposam on some insect, on some tuya and other plants. Maybe someone have an idea? Well, if one of our customers noticed that Liposam has a glue effect, and if you see some kind of insect like that, this one on the picture, the Liposam stick this insect on the plants and to prevent this sharing and damage. It's like example. Of course, it's better work with some another kind of our products, but Liposam also have such effect. So, and about the tuya, our customer in Moldova noticed that after treated with Liposam, his tuya become more brightly. Not like in neighbor's yard. He think that this net, which formed the Liposam, prevent the some dust sealing on the surface. That's why the plants looks better and brightly. And next one, please. As we mentioned, our Liposam like to travel, and here we collect a lot of pictures from different countries, from different customers, which happy to share with us their results of using Liposam. This is a most popular product in Ukraine, and it's the collage about how looks our products in different countries, from different customers. Next one, please. and small video.
Just to
Yeah.
confirm the words of Anya, really, in Ukraine we were working in home and garden for maybe 20 years already, and Liposam is among our top positions. I think maybe something like 500,000 packages each year we sell like with this small sachets. So it's really widely used and also approved by people choice. Yeah. Anya, now I try to open the video for you.
Okay, without sound, yeah.
You don't have sound?
Should be, but okay.
Okay, I don't know how to. Okay, you can comment.
It's better to just watch because it's a feedback of our customers. That's how our customers and our partners like to share with us different videos about efficiency and popular and how to say better uh, experience of application for some.
Thank you, Anya.
That's all.
Very
Thank you.
inspiring. And before we go to the also one of important direction of use of Liposam with soil application, we have some questions in chat. Let's start maybe with the last one. Yaroslava, are you with us? So one question
Yes,
is
sure.
about from Dimitri Sleinas. Could you please comment it about reason why we need to apply Liposam before stress?
Yeah, sure. The reason why it's not only about Liposam. Um, it's when I was talking about application before stress, I was talking mostly about all biological, microbiological based antistressants. So if you are applying Liposam, um, we have power outage now. Sorry. So if we are using Liposam as adhesive, as a sticking agent, you don't have to think about stress event or whatever. If you're using it about as an adhesive, don't think about it. Apply it when you have to do it, when it is convenient for you. But when you would like to have an extra benefit of liposome as a substance that improves plant stress tolerance. And if you are using Azoto Help or other biological product as well, why you have to do it in advance? You have to do it in advance to allow plants to accumulate some biologically active substances which help them to live through this stress, to activate other mechanisms, including thickening of cuticle, which is covering leaf surface, to activate all other mechanisms in their tissues and in their other organs to make them more resistant against stress. So if you are doing just immediately before stress or during stress, don't use antistressants at peak of stress. It's always bad idea, by the way. So you have to do it either in advance, or if you didn't have time to do it before stress, you have to do it after stress. So not on peak of stress. So do it before, just to allow your plant to be prepared for a stress event. I hope I was clear.
Thank you, Yaroslava. Also, we had a question about the long-lasting effect of leaching. Actually, I think it's a question connected with our next block with soil application of Liposam. Maybe we comment it after Dmitros' presentation. And we also get some questions about registrations, which I always happy to receive. So just a small comment. So for Liposam registration, we have two pathways. first pathway is adjuvant. And for example, in Germany, Liposam is registered as adjuvant, and there is a dossier for this registration and proven certificate and organic certification. So with this dossier in most countries, it's possible to make a recognition of adjuvant registration. In some countries, adjuvant registration, adjuvants are not regulated at all. For example, it's Poland, Romania, Croatia, Slovenia, even in Brazil or in Peru. Like there are countries where adjuvants are not regulated, so it's quite easy to proceed with product introduction. As for Saudi Arabia, actually, I don't have answer now, but we would be glad to check it. So again, first way is adjuvant, but second way is also biostimulant, because you can see that liposome also have some plant stimulation properties. So it can be registered as biostimulant, or even we have a formulation of liposome when we add bacteria to it. So it's a bacterial fertilizer with sticking properties in this case. We have such a registration, for example, in Poland, in Bulgaria, in Spain, in Italy, in Austria. In some countries, it's just more like straight to do like this. So, or sometimes there are some other categories. So let me come back to the presentations. Dmitro, are you with us?
Of course, every time. Hello, hello, everybody. Do you hear me well?
Yeah.
So, okay, my part of presentation is to explain and to share information how we can use liposome together with herbicides and what effect we can have. So on this slide, you can see a photo from control place and from trial place. Left photo, it is from control place, where we didn't use liposome together with herbicide. As you can see, we have not only sunflower on this part, we have a lot of grass. As you see from right side, we have a good result with clear field, and we have only sunflower. In this case, we use the liposome. We are recommending to use liposome from half a liter until 800 milliliters per hectare. And as you see, we have a scheme how it looks in the soil. You can see this picture under bottles. Left side, it is we modulate a scheme how herbicide can washed, and with liposome we provide a fixation of active substances in the soil. Next slide, please. The same situation with other field. As you see, there was sunflower. Left side, it is control. Right side, it is trial. As you see, with what product we use the liposome, it is, one second. We use the herbicide, which call it Primextra Gold. And also, I would like to draw your attention that usage liposome in this scheme provided us more yield. It means that we have on the trial place, we have only our crop, and we didn't lose fertilization and moisture, which we can spend without liposome for grass. Next slide, please. Two more trials from research station from Germany. As you see, we use the Liposam with soil herbicide with Butizan Gold. A rate of Liposam was 0.8 liters per hectare. In Germany, price this application with Liposam cost €8 expensive than without Liposam, and this combination like Butizan Gold and Liposam in comparison with just Butizan Gold provided us 150 kilograms increase in the yield. Second one trial was with foliar herbicide. Belcar, it was like complex Belcar and Cinero, and for this trial, for this combination, we just add 300 liters Liposam in tank mixture. It cost for us €3, and this application combination, this scheme, provided us plus 120 kilos increase in the yield. And also, it is, as you see, it was winter rapeseed. So, next slide, please.
Next slide, right?
Yeah, correctly.
Of course. So continuing in that perspective.
Yeah. One more trial, as you see, we are share information how Liposam works and what result we can have during 20 next days after application. As you see, we check the we make a trial on the soybean, corn, and sunflower. As you see, we use the half a liter per hectare of Liposam and 800 milliliters Liposam per hectare in both with both rates for all three crops. We has a better result with better results than without Liposam. What it means that for each crops we had a less amount grass on the field after application Liposam with soil herbicide during 20 days. And also these quantities which you see in the table, it is quantities per square meter. Next slide, please. Yes, it is trial from Germany, like only visual effect. As you see, left side two photos, we have a foliar herbicide. We used just herbicide without Liposam, and as you see, field looks like green. And right side, it means that maybe herbicide works not enough for us. And right side to photo where we use the same herbicide together with Liposam. As you see, all grass on the field is yellow. It means that efficacy of this combination is better with Liposam than without Liposam. Next slide, please. And also, we have a lot of questions how we can use and how we can save money through less times to apply, less times application. So as you see, we have 4 trials, 4 plays. Like first one, it is soil herbicide. Second one, it was soil herbicide plus half a liter of Liposam. Number 3 was soil herbicide together with ground fix. Ground fix, I will remind you that it is our phosphorus and potassium mobilizer. In 95% of cases, we use this product for soil application. or we can apply it in process of sowing. It means in system in furrow. And last one trial was like ground fix plus liposam plus soil herbicide. So as you can see in our table, that on the place where we used only soil herbicide, yield was 3.43. Where we used herbicide together with liposam, it was more 3.66. Where we used just ground fix with soil herbicide for better feeding of crops, it provided us 3.71 ton per hectare. And when we use the full combination of all these products, like liposam, ground fix, and herbicide, it provides us the best result with a yield 3.87. So I think my part is
yes.
finished. Yeah, and yeah, we can discuss something.
Yeah, the question. The same as for Sergey. Do you know any limitations for application of liposam together with herbicides? At least I hear something about glyphosate isopropylamine. So what do you know?
Yeah.
What do you know?
If to be honest, I prefer if we have some question for tank mixture, as Sergey said, that we need to try pre-mixture with small quantities. If we have everything, if we see that situation is good, so we can work. And second one, I recommend, and every time I say that, please, when we have like steps for mixture of liposam, first step, we need to mix it like 1-to-1 with water. And second one step, we can add these substances already in the tank, in the sprayer. And also very important not to add liposam in the water. Will be better to add water in liposam. So it is very important because a lot of farmers used like, okay, I have a full sprayer with the water and I just add 10 liters of liposam, and it we see that situation like with jellyfish, you know, when we add a lot of liposam in the water and very difficult to mix it correctly. Yeah.
Really very practical advice. Please do premixing of liposam, and second, put water to liposam and dissolve it in water, then put everything else into the mixtures, and it will be easier and more with better quality.
Also, liposam we need to add in a tank mixture in last time.
Also, very interesting feedback from some of our partners. You know, we start work with dry formulations, dry water soluble formulations for key products like Azotocal, Ground Fix, EcoStern, and even from the factory we get recommendations. And if we add liposam into mix liposam with water, dry formulations dissolve more easily. It's I don't know how that works, but it works. So let's continue. And if you have any other questions to Dmitro and Tim, please be ready with them. Maria, are you with us?
Hello, yes, I'm here. Hello, everyone. I'm happy to welcome you to our marketing section of presentation. This part is all about how we promote Liposam, our marketing achievements, and how we make the product stand out. Our approach is very simple. It's visibility, recognition, and education. We don't just tell people what Liposam is, we help them understand why it is so special. And this slide is about our PDF materials. So we made it easy to find everything you need about Liposam. Just scan the QR code and you'll get access to all our brochures and flyers in PDF format. No searching, everything right there. Follow the QR code. The next slide.
If I find it, it works.
And the next slide, please. We are really proud that Liposam keeps getting noticed in the media. Just last month, BioEgg Digest, a respected international magazine, published an article about the product's unique features. To read the full story, follow the QR code, just like the last slide. And please, next one. And if you'd like to dig deeper into the science, Yaroslava, hello again. A short video with her explains how exopolysaccharides actually work and why these natural polymers are so powerful. The next slide. And finally, the part we're especially proud of, our awards and achievements. In 2001, founder of BTU and microbiologist Valentina Bolokhovska received the State Prize of Ukraine in the science and technology for developing the product that forms the basis of Liposam. And since then, the Liposam has gone global. The last year, 2024, it made the top 5 in the Innovation of the Year category in the TESPO Awards in Germany. And this year became a pioneering runner-up in the Global BioAgTech Awards in the New Delhi. The last 2 years we received 2 awards that we are really proud of. And this is a short overview of our marketing achievements. That's all from marketing side. And thank you for listening. We're always happy to share more, so don't hesitate to reach us out.
Thank you, Maria. And again, we have plenty of marketing materials, videos, articles, and also brochures. So once we start work together, we are happy to adapt those materials to help you with translation, design, adaptations. So you're welcome. Very soon we will have Arabic version for Egypt. We already have some Spanish, Portuguese versions, very different. So we are open to start other adaptations. So with this again, this is all about the presentation. I want to say thank to the team about the preparation. It's not the finish of webinar. We still have some discussions, but again, this is end of the presentation. Now, and again, I already told to our partners that we want to have 1 second. I try how to close this demonstration. Moment, maybe if. Oh, do you see me now? Not the screen. Please, can anybody comment me? Dimitro, Anya, Maria, what do you see?
Yes,
Yes, we see you.
only
Screen is over. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So we still had one question to answer about the durability of Liposam work in soil. Dima, maybe you can have comment from your experience when we apply Liposam together with herbicides, soil herbicides. How long we can expect kind of some this preservation of against the leaching? How do you think?
As we see and as we have a feedback from the farmers, we see good result during 1-2 months even. And also, I remember that our Ukrainian team has a trial on the corn, where we already period for the harvesting, and we have different on the fields. Why I can explain how I can explain it. When we have a period with small our crop, we don't provide the possibility to grow grass. After that, when we already have a big our plants, grass already doesn't have a possibility to grow because our plants already have
Connection problem? Is it just okay?
No place for grass.
Okay. Also, thank you, Dima. I wanted to ask. We have here some of our partners. I see, for example, Peter from Agro Solution. I see Robert from Organics. I see Zdravka and Amitica team here. So please, if you can, join our conversation. Maybe say a few words about your experience with Liposam. It would be very nice if you can contribute to our discussion. I see some comment here. Okay, let me read Peter's comment. Unfortunately, my microphone is not working. I can't enable it. However, over the past 5 years, we have achieved very good results with Liposam. And in the last 1.5 years, we have sold nearly 20,000 liters. We have seen excellent results both in combination with other fertilizer products and with combination with biocontrol agents. So thank you, Peter, for the comment. Actually, I think the numbers are even higher, but also a year didn't finish yet, so we still have time to exceed these figures. But really, for us, it's a big honor and inspiration that we have so good development of Liposam in Germany. It's quite a conservative market, and it's not so easy to introduce new technologies to German farmers. But with Agro Solution, we are quite successful in it. We almost don't have any kind of claims. We just have a positive feedbacks, and it's really helped us a lot. So anybody else here? Robert, are you with us? Maybe somebody from Amitica team? Takes time to find it. But again, we are still in the beginning of our journey with Liposam. It's registered in Europe from more or less the beginning of 2022, and since then we have proceeded so well with introduction in Europe. So we get some feedback from starting from Portugal and Spain and up to like Lithuania and south in Bulgaria, in Macedonia. We have some studies, I think, in Greece as well. Now we proceed in Croatia, in Slovenia, and of course in Slovakia. But I think also Liposam is one of our key products in Moldova during these 7-8 years which we work there. But let me see, we have one other questions about sunburns of apple trees and tomatoes. Sergey, are you with us? While Sergey is connecting, I can comment that first of all, last 5 years we study.
Yes, sorry, I am here.
Yes, we studied drought tolerance improvement of plants by Liposam, and we hear a lot of requests for sunburns, especially from again West Europe countries, North Africa, etc. So, Sergey, did you have any hypothesis or already a practice for this?
For drought tolerance, no. For now, from my experience, no. But with cracking, yes. As I told you, we're waiting for results. But with
again,
drought,
I can comment a bit. When we speak about sunburns and foliar applications, quite often the problem is the lens effect. So when you have just water, it have a kind of it stays like this, and it makes a kind of lens when sun ultraviolet reach the plant. It's enforced by this lens effect, and then we get sunburns damage. When we use Liposam, as you can see on the photo, we have a more flat drops of water, so this effect is reduced. So it's one thing. Second thing is again improvement of drought tolerance, which are like interrelated. But we continue the studies really for the sunburns protection. We even have some new coming formulations of for this with enforcing of these properties. So it will come, but we can expect also some improvement of liposome as well.
May I add and ask something?
You're welcome.
Yeah, we have our friend, partner from Turkey, Mr. Kadir. Maybe Abdul Kadir Santos can help us with some experience with the liposome.
Hello everyone. Dimitri, you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Don't see it. Oh, we see you.
Yeah, I think everything is fine. Yeah, we are working on Liposam just I think it was 3 years. For 3 years we are selling Liposam in Turkey market. Everything is good. Effect is very good. Also, out of your experiment, we are using Liposam with seed dressing. I couldn't see anything about your presentation about seed dressing. Maybe I missed, I don't know. I'm sorry about that. It's very, very effective. It's working as a biostimulant on the seed side, very strong roots. It's very increasing the roots of plants. Especially I used on potato, bean, something like that. I used it. It's very effective. Uh, for as a foliar application with insecticides, with herbicides, is working very well. Also, my first important point with this, with using with the soil herbicides, the first point in Turkey, because we are using too many, I don't know the other countries, but we are using too many soil herbicides in the Turkey market for corn, especially for sugar beets. Sugar beet market is very valuable for us. It's very, very effective. Just, just a question about the sunburst. I wrote to you because your boss, when I came to your company, she told me about it will come a new formulation about this. It is a very, very big market for also Turkey.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you for your kind comment.
Thank you too. Just I will send the photo by this conversation. You can see how can affects especially on potato if you want to see.
Yes, of course.
Let me send you.
If it's a problem, you can also send me to WhatsApp and I can open it for the screen sharing.
You can see the photo.
I see it's loading. Oh, can you comment for us what we can see here?
Maybe it can useful for everyone.
Yes, so you applied
this one without liposome, just water and pesticides, seed pesticide, and the second one you can see how is covering the potato with liposome. First photo is about
Yeah, covering is better.
Nice. Like this.
You,
Wow. Yeah,
you
it's really
see
visible.
the difference.
Really visible.
Is very important against the fungal soil disease to covering completely all the seeds. It was very important. So now we are using this way.
Super. It's a new experience for us, and I believe it will help our partners as well.
Yeah, this is all from me. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I see Robert cannot join probably, but as I have seen him yesterday, I can comment from his side. They have also quite a good progress with Liposam during last 2-3 years in Slovakia. And one of the main direction of application of Liposam is soil herbicides. And it was, no, they have one big client here actually in east part of Slovakia, which is on the border with Ukraine. And he ordered maybe 30-40% of market consumption. And he say he didn't see anything like better for soil herbicides, which is very like charming for us. But interesting story is that we have a big warehouse in Germany, and sometimes to supply in Europe, we use our stock in Germany. So the farmer from near the border of Ukraine receive Liposam, which comes from Ukraine to Germany, and make a cycle and return to him from Germany. So sometimes it's like this, but still we are happy that he received the product and he is happy with performance. So is there anybody else wanted to add something, or we can? Again, it's more than 1 hour and a half discussions. I'm happy that so many people stay with us. Maybe if you can just turn on your video so that we can at least say you hello. Maybe make some photo for our webinar. Oh, nice to see you.
Hello, Dima, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. And it's very glad to hear you.
Me too. Hello, everyone. I am Kristina Murchova from Amitica, Bulgaria. We have a really good experience with Liposam, and the last 2-3 years, we really use the product give us very good result with herbicides, with fertilizers, and also we use with seed treatment. We have also a good experience with raspberry and high temperature. You know that the last 2-3 years in the summer was really hot, and all farmers have had a problem with this. And yeah, we have really positive results, like a feedback from our clients. Unfortunately, I'm driving at the moment because I have a meeting with client, and sorry, but I don't have option to share with you some like pictures and photos from my clients.
You are, how to say, responsible person, and we all work with farmers, so clients first. So we respect your, let's say, your work. Thank you for your kind feedback too. So
Thank
yes,
you, Dima.
I want to thank again to all our team and to all the partners who already work with Liposam, and we invite new partners to introduce this product on your markets. It's really our star product. It's quite unique. It's have a history. It have a huge amount of data. It has a big amount of feedbacks from the market, as you can hear and see. A lot of experiments, so really, and it's actually is quite competitive with other adjuvants on the market, and it's organic, so I can continue with benefits for a long time, but really I didn't hear bad things about it, so we invite you to get closer with it. Yeah, so with this, let's finish. Thank you again for your contribution, for your participation, and we look forward for our following communications and meetings. Next stops for us are Agritechnica in Germany. You are welcome, and then World Biostimulants Congress, GrowTech in Antalya. I believe there will be a location where we can meet offline.
Have a nice day for everybody. See you.
By the way, I have seen more than 20 countries participants today. So we are very glad that this format works efficiently. Thank you for people to leave in kind comments.
Yeah, thanks everyone for your time and dedication this afternoon.
And for those who are still living, I can comment, we have a recording. It will be available on YouTube. So if you cannot find it, feel free to ask us. We will share it with you, as well as presentation.